All right. You guys said it. I'm going to put it on. And it's more of a reaction video. We don't have to sit here, but just like I'm looking at it right now, right? Check this out. Look. All right. I'm going to share this with you, okay? Twitch streamer gives birth while live, okay? This is the still before we start the video. First of all, she's bent over giving natural birth. Okay? They're all staring at her like it's a spectacle. Look at how creepy the people on the fucking couch look on the sidelines. They look so creepy just sitting there staring on their phone, spectating at a woman giving birth in a fucking pool. This is a tragedy, bro. This is like straight up tragic. But since somebody said something, let's give it a watch. I don't even know if I want to watch this shit, bro. I don't even know if I want to watch this shit, bro. Oh my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's beginning to feel like we are living in an episode of South Park. Things that people have been like alluding to or making jokes about for years are beginning to just become reality. Like we saw it first with the whole like prank mumbo jumbo on YouTube. You know, 10 years ago, people were like, oh, when are we gonna see the I pretended to kill somebody prank? And now we just see people actually try and kill people as pranks. They're not even pretending. And today, we're looking at something in the same vein. Guys, today is a first. With the amount of absolutely insane shit we've seen people do on live stream for absolutely no other reason than
this is fucking crazy. I just need to just say that off the bat. Just straight up.
Make a quick dollar. You'd think we'd be reaching the point to where the content well of people doing wacky shit on live is kind of going dry, but they just keep filling her up. Ladies and gentlemen, the title of today's video is unfortunately not clickbait. A couple of days ago, a streamer known as Fandy live streamed her entire home birth.
Fandy? I never heard of this streamer, Fandy. Has anyone ever heard of her? Fandy.
On Twitch. It was a stream that lasted over 8 hours with over 50,000 live viewers at one point, with one of them being the fucking CEO of Twitch. And in my humble opinion, this marks the beginning of a...
First of all, we're streaming on Twitch, and I have to tell you, the CEO of Twitch, and I could care less, he looks like a fucking creep, bro. The CEO of Twitch is so woke. He just you look at him, he looks like the 2025 version of the Colonel of KFC. Like, he just looks like a creep. He doesn't look like somebody I would leave my daughter alone with, okay?
Us content creators apparently deciding that we no longer have any sort of sense of shame and that nothing is off limits. Literally anything can be turned into content these days, because why the fuck not? Why not? Why not try and monetize every single last aspect of your life, down to what is quite possibly the most intimate moment that two human beings can share, their child being born. Guys, I mean this sincerely when I say that of all the crazy shit that we've seen people do in the name of content, this might be the worst.
And look at this guy. This guy just walks in like, yeah, dude, yeah, you know, I work at my minimum job. I make $12 an hour. But my wife, my girlfriend here, who I'm not even probably married to, she's like a hot chick, and she's gonna give birth live on stream and make us a lot of money. Because I'm a simp. I'm a little cuck. I actually watch. You know what else happens too? Is I'm gonna watch after this. After she gives birth, I'm gonna watch her get banged on OnlyFans.
Thing so far. Personally, I feel like this word is thrown around a little bit too much in our current social setting, but more so than any other piece of content I've ever seen.
These people disgust me, by the way.
It feels like we are
like, this shit is not cool. These people are fucking disgusting.
Living in a timeline that we are not meant to be in. We've got people live streaming the birth of their children for money. Rich people at that. This is a very successful streamer, a very successful OnlyFans model. She did not need to do this. And the fact...
You just heard it. He literally just said it. She's a very successful streamer and a very successful OnlyFans model. How did I know that guy likes watching his girl bent over getting banged probably? I told you, God damn it. You can just tell. You could just tell, man.
fact that she did, it's one of those things where I don't even really know what to say. Her defense for all this has been that she wanted to share a special moment with her audience that's been with her for so long, and that this isn't the first birth to be filmed or documented. And it's just like, really? Have we all just decided to collectively play dumb as a species? I've watched a lot of different content creators for a long time. There are YouTubers that I've watched for over 10 years, and I promise you there's not a single one of them that I would like to watch give birth or make a baby. The fact that we are at a point where parasocial relationships have gotten so fucking severe and so insane that there is even an argument for wanting to watch a woman who you do not know give birth is genuinely just kind of scary. Like, where did we go wrong, guys? Seriously.
And that's another thing too. Not only do you look at her staring at the camera like, what the fuck am I doing here right now? Look at her. She's staring blankly. And the other girl sitting behind the pregnant one is looking at the girl looking at the camera saying, what are you looking at? Stop staring at the camera.
If you sat down and watched a woman you don't know give birth for 8.5 hours,
bro.
a woman...
And that's the thing too. Like it's one thing like to record it, but like, who are the 50,000 people that actually watch this? That's what I want to know. 50,000 creeps
that you're not related to or married to or involved with, not even a friend of.
Absolutely.
You need to rethink things because something is wrong with you. You either have one, tricked yourself into thinking that you know this person because you watch them live stream every day, or you're watching a woman give birth for a sick reason. I'm sorry, but in my opinion, those are the only two reasons anybody would do this. Because unlike Fandy and her chat are trying to play this off as, this live stream serves no educational purpose whatsoever. Look, don't get me wrong here. Me condemning this live stream is not because I think childbirth should be taboo or something that's hidden away. Believe it or not, it's kind of how we all got here, so I think it is something that more people should embrace and talk about, but this is not the way to do it. There's a stark difference between an educational video produced with the intent to be educational, with professional commentary, professional narration, being filmed under medical...
This is just meant for likes and views with her cuck boyfriend.
Supervision, with things actually being explained and the viewer actually being walked through what's happening. If it's done in a medical setting, faces are blurred, names are redacted. That is a little bit different than a Twitch live stream with ad breaks, a chat saying W baby, and the streaming category set...
He said with a chat saying W baby.
That is fucking World of Warcraft. Now still, you might say, what about all the people who filmed their births? Well, that's a little bit different, considering the fact that I'd wager that most of those don't end up on social media. And look, guess what? If they do, I feel the same way about them. This kind of stuff does not belong on social media. It should not be turned into content. 100%. And even then, there is a big difference between filming something for yourself and filming something for tens of thousands of people. Wanting to remember the birth of your child through a private video is in no way comparable to what's going on.
W baby in the chat.
On here. And it also just makes sense. If you know somebody who's given birth, ask them if they remember doing it, or more so in detail. They probably don't. It gets pretty fucking foggy. Wanting to have a video so you can sort of relive it makes a whole lot of sense. Wanting to let millions of people relive it with you, a lot harder to justify in my opinion. And there's a lot of reasons for that. I mean, seriously guys, can we all just take a step back and look at this as like real humans for a moment? Twitch is already a male-dominated platform. Like 2/3 of the users are male. I would wager a guess that a World of Warcraft streamer who's also an OnlyFans model has an audience that's skewed even more towards male-dominated.
Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like this video, please like it. And if you really like my channel, please subscribe by pressing the subscribe button. If you don't know where the subscribe button is, get the fuck out of my face.
And that, I feel like it is pretty safe to say that the average person does not really want to go out of their way to watch a random person give birth. I feel like that's an even...
Look at the chats on the TV. They're just like, my goodness.
Safer bet when you're just looking at the average man. Yeah, sorry, it might be uncomfortable to talk about, but I feel like there's a pretty clear motivation for the average viewer tuning into the stream, and it's not learning about the miracle of birth. Don't get me wrong, not saying...
I mean, she looks like she's used to being in that position. You know what I'm saying?
That everybody who tuned in has some strange ulterior motive, but the people who were super excited for this to happen and the ones who stuck around for hours, yeah, something ain't right there.
Yeah, bro, she's sitting in a pool, dude. She's sitting in a pool, hunched over. Like, you ever see those women who give natural births? They usually stand up and they squat in like a pool, and literally the baby comes out into the pool. That's literally how a natural birth goes. But the difference here is that it's usually not filmed and streamed to 50,000 creeps watching this. And half of them are probably her OnlyFans people that are used to seeing her in this position to begin with. And not with her boyfriend either.
What also isn't right is seeing your child's life as nothing more than free content. Now, obviously, this is an issue that's been plaguing social media for years. I feel like it's gotten a lot worse with TikTok because now it's just so accessible to post a 15-second long video of your kid and have it go viral. But I think this live stream is one of the most egregious examples I've ever seen of somebody treating their child's life as content and completely disregarding their child in almost every manner in the process. I really do think that when people like this have children and they just want to turn its life into content, they either just don't stop to think, or worse, they just don't care that one day that baby is going to be a kid and then it's going to be...
Look at he's the dude's bouncing on that ball like he's so used to bouncing on something else. He's like, yeah, baby. After this, you're gonna go to OnlyFans so we can make another $20 a person. Yeah.
Be a teenager, and then it's going to be an adult.
Look at
So
him
people do
bouncing.
shit like this, and obviously, like live streaming your birth is sort of uncharted territory. But when people choose
Fucking
to make
creep.
fun of their children's private, intimate moments, you are ripping away a human's right to privacy. And it's bad enough when it's just something like a TikTok, something that'll be forgotten
how
by
he's
most of the
positioned.
people that see it.
He's positioned like he wants his booty hole filled, man. God damn. And that's all, folks. This video has to be cringe, and I'm not talking about the narrator. I like the narrator's narration. I'm talking about the visuals on this video.
But even then, the amount of TikToks
Look at
I've seen
how
of
bouncy,
children
bouncy,
mourning their parents'
bouncy,
death,
bouncy.
like, why the fuck is this stuff ending up on social media? What do you mean you set up a camera and filmed a TikTok of your child crying at your dead spouse's grave? Like, what are you doing? I swear we are living in a time where like half of the parents on the planet see their children as social media fodder. And I think this live stream ever making it out of this woman's brain as an idea is proof of that. I mean, this is a prime example of somebody who's either incapable or just unwilling to
Bro, his bouncing on the ball is really pissing me off.
acknowledge the fact that their kid is gonna be a person with a life and feelings and desires. And I don't think there's a single person on the planet who would be like, yeah, if I could just go back and do it all over again, the one thing I'd change is I would really try and make sure my mom live streamed my birth. Like, nobody wants this. And if these two would have gotten out of their crazy influencer bubble, they would have figured that out pretty quickly. But I honestly just don't think they cared to, because I'm pretty sure they knew. Seriously, I feel like half the motivation behind doing this had to have been just the shock factor of it all. They knew it was gonna get people talking.
100%.
And to them, I guess that's more important than their child's privacy being breached from the moment they take their first breath. It's just pathetic to me. It's disgusting. I just don't understand how people can get this desperate, this hungry for attention, this hungry for money. I would say that Twitch should step in here and do something about this, but considering the fucking loser CEO was in the chat, I doubt that's gonna happen. I just...
Yes. Fucking loser, creep, CEO of Twitch. Yes. I agree, man. I agree. Shit is crazy, but he's in the business of content, right? So if 50,000 people are watching it and they're not breaking any terms of service, it's money in his pocket, right? Like it's just the fact that the CEO's in the chat is soulless, so to speak. It's very soulless.
don't really know what the answer is here. When is it going to end? When is every last aspect of the human experience being turned into shitty social media content going to go away? Is it just not? Are we that cooked? It seems that way. If that's the case, I might as well ask you to follow me on Instagram while we're on the topic. I don't post videos of me giving birth, but I do post pictures of the outfits I wear and pictures of my car. So basically the same thing. Is that a good shameless plug? I don't know. Like I was saying though, this is the kind of thing that, like, compared to a TikTok that 99% of the people who see it are going to forget about, this is different. Sure, people are probably only going to talk about this for another day or two, but this is never really going to be forgotten. Whoever this kid ends up being, this is going to follow them, whether they like it or not. And if you think doing that to a child's okay, something is wrong with you. Like, can you imagine being the kid in middle school whose mom gave birth to you on live stream, whose dad said W baby as you were born? Do you know how many times this kid's classmates are going to show him being birthed? It's going to be in the thousands. Like, seriously, this is a life-altering decision that these parents made for this kid with seemingly no hesitation. And that's just from one live stream. I'd say it's a pretty fair bet that if they were willing to live stream his birth, that every moment of this kid's life is going to be captured on camera and put onto the internet.
And that's another thing too, man. Exploitation to kids. Now listen, I do some family vlogs, and my kids are in some of my family vlogs. But we're talking like these people will exploit every ounce of what this kid does for their own personal gain. I just find that to be creepy too, man. I don't know.
kid will never have a moment of privacy until he moves out, or is old enough to be like, hey, stop filming me, you fucking freaks. But by then, I mean, the damage will be done. Hopefully one day laws to prevent stuff like this will become more common. I know they exist in some places already, but I mean, the lives of millions of children, of people who want to be the next Family Channel, who want to do shit like this for shock value, they're going to be affected in ways that I don't really think we are prepared for.
And you know there's going to be somebody that's like a copycat, right? Somebody who wants to one-up the streamer who gave birth on Twitch. Like, there's going to be somebody that wants to one-up that. What that is, who knows?
Because it's sort of unprecedented at this point. I mean, seriously, what's going to happen to these kids when they get to an age where they can realize, oh shit, my parents have been using me for content since the moment I came into the world? I can't imagine anything good. Well, guys, what are your thoughts? I feel like this bothers me a lot more than the other stupid shit we've seen live streamers do, because like I've kind of been talking about, this involves somebody who has no choice in whether or not they are part of this. Like, you can try and blow this off as not a big deal or whatever, but as it stands, almost 800,000 people have watched that VOD. There's been countless YouTube videos made about it, news articles made about it. Millions of people have seen this kid be birthed. If you could trade places with that kid, would you? Would you willingly invite millions of people to watch you be birthed? Not only watch you be birthed, but have that footage be on the internet forever and probably be used for some not so great purposes. I doubt it. And it's really shitty. It's really irresponsible of these parents to even consider this as an idea. It's 100 times worse to actually go through with it. I seriously can't believe that this is being allowed on Twitch. And if you've seen the shit that's flown on Twitch,
the problem is, it's not that I can't believe it's allowed on Twitch. She's not naked. There's no terms of service technically being violated. It's just morally disturbing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's one of those things, like, just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. You know what I'm saying?
Twitch these last few years, that's really saying a lot. See ya.
Well, there you go. There you go. You had questions? You had questions? Hopefully I provided answers. That's the girl that